Today I am going to discuss about drug receptor interaction. Boyfriend drug, girlfriend receptor going to interact together and going to produce couple here. The interaction of couple going to produce children. Don't look at the interaction of couple. It will be restricted by YouTube community. If you under 18-year-old, don't look at this part of video. That means boyfriend and girlfriend interaction, the couple interaction. Couple interaction going to produce children here. You will be surprised why children are black in color, isn't it? Don't think about that. Your drug receptor combination going to produce effect. Here your drug boyfriend, here your receptor girlfriend, they going to unite together, they going to produce effect. Drug commonly called ligand. Ligand or ligand. Receptor here, they going to produce ligand receptor combination. If you have more drug or more ligand, or if you have more receptors, you can have more drug receptor combination. You can have more drug receptor combination. That means if you have more ligand or more receptors, you can have more ligand receptor combination. Vice versa also true. If you have more drug receptor combination, here they can easily dissociate it and they can produce receptor and ligand separately. If you have more boyfriend, more girlfriend, you can develop more and more couple here. If you have more and more couple here, they can divorce and produce now not girlfriend, boyfriend. They can develop girl and boy separately, because if you have more drug receptors, more ligand receptors, divorce rate also high. This principle is called law of mass action. What? Law of mass action. It says if you have more receptors, if you have more ligand, you are going to produce more ligand receptors. If you have more ligand receptor combination, you are going to produce more receptors and more ligand separately. This is called law of mass action. If you want to make equal here, you can put another constant to here. Here ligand, here receptor. You have to put another equilibrium constant into here, and here ligand receptor combination. Here ligand receptor combination. If you want to find how much of ligand receptor you can make per unit of ligand and receptor, that means how much of ligand receptor you can produce per unit of ligand and receptor, is called affinity constant. How much affinity is there per unit of ligand and receptor, how much you can produce ligand receptor combination, also called affinity constant. So this one is called affinity constant. If you want to make affinity constant here ligand receptor, this part I am going to take into here ligand and receptor separately. Then here Kf divided by Kb. This one is called KAO, affinity constant. How much of drug receptors you can produce per unit of drug and receptor separately? How much of drug and receptor combination you can produce per unit of ligand and receptors, also called affinity constant. You know, if you want to check how much of ligand and receptor you can produce per unit of ligand and receptor, that is called dissociation constant. I will repeat it again. How much of ligand and receptor you can produce backward reaction from here to here, how much of ligand and receptor you can produce per unit of ligand receptors. It's called dissociation constant. This one is affinity constant. If I draw here dissociation constant, how much of ligand, how much of receptors you can produce per unit of ligand receptor. Or then you have to bring this one to here, Kb divided by Kf, also called Kd, dissociation constant. How much of drug dissociate per unit of ligand receptor? Dissociation constant. I can get an idea about the dissociation constant if I think 50% my receptors are saturated now. 50% of my receptors are saturated with drug receptor. Now that means 50% receptors remain without drug binding. That means this one and this one equal. 50% receptor present, 50% drug receptor also present. Drug receptor combination. 50% receptors are free, 50% drug receptors combination are there. Did you get my point or am I teaching myself? Dr. Dilsha teaching himself. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 receptor is there. Out of 10, 5 occupied with the drug. 50% receptors occupied with drug, 50% receptor free. That means half of them occupied, half of them free. If I check drug concentration, when 50% receptor occupied, 50% receptor occupied and 50% receptor free, the drug concentration at that level, here the 50%, this one also 50%. Here ligand or drug concentration is the dissociation constant. Is the dissociation constant. Here the 50%, here 50%. You can remove this one to this one. The drug concentration at which 50% receptors are occupied in your body is called dissociation constant. If you want to check the dissociation constant, you have to check how much of receptors occupied. The 50% of receptors occupied, 50% receptors are free. At that point, if you check plasma concentration of your drug, that is the dissociation constant. They define dissociation constant as amount of drug concentration, plasma concentration of drugs when 50% receptors are occupied with drug receptor, or other way around, 50% receptors are free, 50% occupied means 50% must be free. The drug concentration is the dissociation constant. Dissociation constant. Even though some drug bind to receptor, they are not tightly bound. You may have seen this kind of couples. When you go into park, some couples are loosely bound like this. Some couples are very tightly bound. The term is affinity is called how avidly, how tightly you bind to your receptor is the affinity. Affinity means here. Affinity. How avidly drug bind to receptor. Your first example, loosely bound, low affinity. Tightly bind, high affinity. How avidly your drug bind to receptor is called affinity. If you have high affinity drug, they are rapidly going to bind to receptor. You need to have very little concentration to occupy all receptor. You need to have little concentration to occupy all the receptors. I will give an example here. Here the drug receptor combination. If this is the plasma concentration. Drug A have high affinity. So this one is the maximum effect. They achieve maximum effect with concentration of X. Drugs A. That means tightly bound drug. Rapidly can bind. Therefore, no need to have higher plasma concentration to occupy all receptor. They have high affinity. Drug B. Drug B which have low affinity. So the curve will be like this. They can have maximum effect, but you should have this much of plasma concentration. This much of previously little amount of plasma concentration is enough to occupy all receptors. Here you should have high concentration of plasma level in order to achieve all receptor occupancy. This one have, drug B have low affinity. Drug A have high affinity. Drug A have high affinity, drug B have low affinity. So number 2, efficacy. Even though girlfriend and boyfriend bind together, how drug efficacy? Efficacy means the maximum effect of the drug. Here they bind together and produce 5 children. For why you think, but in another example, this is drug A. Once drug A and B bind together, they are going to produce 5 children. Now drug A and B, boyfriend and girlfriend A, once they bound, they are going to produce 5 children. The maximum efficacy, here 5 children. In this other example, B, once they bind together, they are going to produce only 3 children. That means magnitude of the effect once the drug bind is lesser here, more here. You may think all children are black in color. Dr. Dinusha should have some connection for these children. No, I don't have any connection. So drug B is low efficacy drug. Drug A is high efficacy. Now you know about the affinity. Now you know about the efficacy. So we complete affinity, we completed efficacy. Next one, potency of the drug. Potency of the drug. What do you understand by term of potency? I can't give example for this one, unfortunately. Potency of the drug. Potency. Sorry. Potency of the drug. How much of drug you need to have in order to produce, how much of drug concentration you need to have in order to produce maximum effect. How much of drug concentration you need to have in order to produce maximum or same effect. Drug A, consider drug A, 2 mg per kilogram or 2 mg per milliliter or 2 mg per liter. Concentration is enough to reduce blood pressure 10 mm mercury. Drug B, you should have 8 mg per liter concentration to reduce 10 mm mercury blood pressure. We can say drug A is more potent than drug B. Drug A is more potent than drug B. So potency. You know about the affinity, you know about the efficacy, you know about the potency. That is what happens when your drug binds to your drug receptor. That is all regarding the drug receptor interaction. And the dose response curve will be the next lecture. Thank you very much.